Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as VP La Pew Pew, you might know as a leFH or a leaf blower. This one is located on the south spawn of Redshire and is under the command of Andromeda of No Retreat, No Surrender.
Time to roll out.
Game on! Okay, 105mm light field howitzer. It's a German artillery, not a French one. I know the Wargaming brought it out as a French Arty, a French premium, because they needed something special to bring out the new French tech tree when it came out many years ago. In fact, this little Arty was actually a Tier 4 Arty originally, and then they realised what a mistake they made. They put it up to Tier 5 quickly because, of course, it was way overpowered at Tier 4. It's pretty much overpowered as Tier 5, as many players would say, but in fact, it's one of the best Arty in the game, and a lot of people do enjoy playing it. Well, it's a Tier 5 game with only Tier 5 tanks, and so far, we haven't actually seen any enemy tanks at all. We've just seen the effects of them because one of our tanks has already been taken out by Panzer IV. Two Fifis on this team, and on the enemy team they've got one Fifi and a gorilla, and I think we're seeing the tracer from one of those Fifis, or one of our Fifis rather, firing in their direction. Well, that one wasn't on target, and in fact actually we've just seen one of the enemy tanks go get a kill on our KV-1. So now we're two tanks down, and we've only just seen one tank. Rounds out the KV on the Panzer Serene H. Just lands short of him. He's fully dialed in, but just before the shell arrives, the enemy tank moves out the way. So we're not having much luck so far. He fires snap at the Excelsior, and of course that rarely works. I'd say 1 in 20 shots on snap will probably hit the target, but most snap shells won't hit the target. It's like doing a 360 no scope. There's virtually no chance of it actually hitting, so it's very, very rare if you do. Okay, these shells are capable of doing 410 alpha, 53mm pen, which is huge at Tier 5 because that's about the pen you normally get from a Tier 10 tank. 1.91 meters on the burst radius. No stun because, of course, it's not big enough to get stun. You have to be 15 centimeter, but there is stun on some Arty under 15 centimeter. Mostly the Crusader ones. Well, that Churchill's continuing to move, but he is getting hit, and he's getting hit by our other fellow Arty. In fact, that was a direct hit as well. In fact, he's now one shot, and he goes down to the T-67. So we've managed to claw back some kills, but nothing yet for Andromeda, or for the other team mate in the PP, who's known as Headhunter Hun.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Well, first kill turns out to be a T-34. Now he's lined up on that Panzer. Yeah. Oh! Now that's interesting because he did get some damage there. 126. The shell landed close enough to the Panzer to actually do something. We're getting a lot of ping at the moment. Sometimes replays do get ping. Okay, AC goes down, taken out by the Stug. We're not doing so well. We're two tanks down now on the enemy, and unfortunately we only have 5 tanks left. That ELC is trolling that Stug by Al-Salungi, but he actually gets taken out by a Headhunter Hun in the PP. So now we're looking to the Panzer IV Hydrostat, rounds out. Nope, bit snap that. again, didn't work. So try to restrain yourself from firing snap if you can.
That was close.
That one did get close for 132. That's a very good shot. And the kill shot actually goes to the Panzerfier on our team. Got one close one to the Excelsior. Again, it was a snapshot, but didn't actually hit the target. Just splashed it. Well, now you should be able to hit it. Oh!
That was close.
Even when the tank is stationary, you didn't seem to be getting it. But in the end, the Excelsior went down to the Stug High, and now we've got a clean kill on the M10 RBFM. So that's 2 kills now for Andromeda, and there's only 3 enemy left. So it's actually they've recovered quite tremendously, because if you think about it, it's gone from almost being well, almost wiped out, and now they're both got the same score and both got the same number of Artys. That's quite a common occurrence at tier 5, and in fact in the lower tier games, that you'll end up the game with the Artys still alive, but virtually no other tanks, because the tanks have all been wiped out. They got too close to the Artys and they get taken out. Now this Arty doesn't have a very high top speed because it's based on a heavy tank. Top speed is 28 kilometers an hour. So certainly moving from onto any rough terrain or water like this, you're not going to get the full speed at any one time. Based on the Shah B1, they only made 15 of these. Oh, and now we've got the Panzerfier, and at this range he can blast the one, blast away. Well, he pumps around and gets a penetrating shot, but the Panzerfier gets a kill. But there he goes down. So we see the kill shot by the Panzerfier, and you can see he punched a hole through the gun shield, which is the weak spot. And the armor is only 21 millimeters there. So now there's only 1 Arty left, because the Stug on our team actually managed to kill the enemy Gorilla, who'd actually driven all the way down to the south. And that means the only remaining enemy Arty is their Fifi, who's up the other end of the map. And you can see the big arrow pointing that that was the one he was targeting. So what we can do, what we should be able to do, is follow the Stug, who's probably going to be the first one to spot the enemy. So I'm going to get closer to the Stug. There he is. My hand with free camera is never really great, but we'll follow him as close as we can. He's found the enemy Arty, the 105 leFH, who did manage to get some damage on that guy. Unfortunately, we just lost the Stug, but our Fifi should know where the enemy Fifi is. He's not far away. In fact, it looks like it's going to be some hot Fifi on Fifi action. And there you go. There's the kill shot that wins the game. Here's the end of battle results of the first game. And that was a third-class tanker for Andromeda of No Retreat, No Surrender in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. And he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken up by other teammates. His win rate from the game, 4,093, which means he was doing damage. Quite a lot, but he just wasn't picking up that many kills. If we look at the team score, we can see the highest damage in the game turned out to be the other Fifi. Headhunter Hun got 1,903 hit points of damage. He picked up the high caliber. Second highest damage went to Andromeda with 1,476. And the third highest damage turned out to be the Stugdei Ausführung G, but only by 3 hit points. That's all. 1,267 went to the Stugdei, and 1,264 went to the Panzer IV F2 that actually killed Andromeda in the end. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorer again was Headhunter Hun, but he shared it with the enemy Fifi. Both got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Stugdei on the enemy, on his own team rather, and the M10 RBFM on the enemy team. That's one of the ones that Andromeda took out. And then we can see 2 kills for Andromeda in third place, as well as the Panzer IV F2, the Churchill one, and the Gorilla. When it came to base XP, it's Headhunter Hun, the guy with the high caliber. He managed to get 944, 880 went to the Panzer IV S2, and 824 went to the Churchill 3, and there's Andromeda with 719 in 4th place. He fired 27 rounds, got 8 direct hits on the enemy, and 3 penetrating shots, 10 splash. Damage of 1,476, of which 1,026 were at more than 300 meters. He did get some good damage on the Panzer IV F2 before he got taken out. 4 hits received, all 4 were penetrations, I'm afraid. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 270 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 21,447 credits, and he also took away 3,787 experience points out of that game. And yes, the Fifis did dominate in that battle, because all 3 remaining tanks at the end of the game, after the Stugdei had been taken out, were all Fifis. Yeah, it just goes to show they sometimes do last quite a long time in the battle. Anyway, let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on the Serene Coast map, and the commander is this time Targy of 3 RTR. Well, the game has started, and it's a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks in it. And you can see Targy's got a lot of achievement rewards on the side of his vehicle. He's not moving very far away from the spawn point though. That's where he's going to fight from. Actually, I should issue a correction. I said earlier in the video that they only made 15 of these. They actually made 16 of them, and they started manufacturing in March 1941. As far as we know, they stayed in France, but we don't know where, and we don't know what happened to them, which is a pity really, because there are some pictures of this Arty, but presumably the French recovered them, and maybe they scrapped them. It was, after all, a French vehicle. Well, at least the vehicle was French, the Arty wasn't. But they had plenty of 105mm shells to actually play with. Well, he fired one into the bush just to check if somebody was in there, but there was an enemy tank up on that corner. It's settled. Looks good. Just short. Try it again. I get the premium rounds out and start firing heat rounds into that guy, because it will go straight through. Did get a hit with the last shot, and he gets a wipeout with that one. So he's got his first kill. In fact, first kill for his team. And you can see he's got the concentration skill working. We can see the enemy bishop is just behind that house, but it's very difficult to get a shot on him at the moment. But that KV-1SA is a little easier to hit. And wow, that was a snapshot that actually did hit the target. But he's not loaded yet, so that shell missed. And that target's gone down. The KV-1SA taken out in the end by our M44. Now there's a lot of good targets on the peninsula at the moment. I don't know if you can see that, but over to the east of the map, There's a Rudy and a Panzerfear and a KV2. Oh, he's got a shot on the Bishop at last. Unfortunately, it hit the building though. Now, should be able to get this guy. Didn't factor in the fact he was going to be moving. And he has gone down, taken out by the Panzerfear. Now, this is what I was saying. There's good targets over here at the moment. That's fired snap, so that's going to miss. There's a tremendous temptation to hit the fire button as soon as the rescue gets onto the target, but the trouble is that it doesn't always work, especially if you're not fully dialed in. It's much, much better to have the discipline not to fire until you're absolutely dialed in on the target. Again, he fired snap and missed. Targy needs to be able to get that that ability to dial in. That T-34 is AFK, but you might as well farm him for the moment because he is going to go out the game. And that's a direct hit. One more. Rounds out. Yes! Complete wipeout. That one would have gone through the armor. The M10 there, very thin. Oh, he got that one too. So now he's got 3 kills, Targy. And a Honey 3 parked up next to the water. Oh, that was a very good shot as well. A leading shot on the target. And that one worked. So now he's got 4 kills. There's only 4 enemies out there now, so he's going to have to fight to get another couple of kills if he wants to get a top gun. A 20. Now that was fired snap, so that's going to miss. Let it dial in. Rounds out. Oh, he gets that one now. It's fully dialed in, and yes, he does get it. And that's 5 kills now. Fires on the SU-8, and oh, he got that one too. And the SU-8 goes down. That gives him a top gun. There's only 2 enemies remaining. The KV-2 is one of them. The other one's a T-78. The KV-2 is hiding behind the house, but he's now backing up every now and then because our guy's getting close. He's going after our strib, and before he can get close enough, he gets taken out. So only the T-78 remaining, and he is supposedly somewhere in this corner. I reckon he's probably behind a tree. Again, that was fired snap, so missed the target. Again, he's guessing at the moment, but he does have plenty of shells. There is only 1 enemy left. Ooh! Now, that T-78 just killed a Panzerfear Panzerfear Serene H. So he must be inside of our guys at the moment. There he is. He was behind the rock. He was right the first time when he aimed in that general direction. He was hiding behind the rock, poking out to shoot, and then pulling back in again. Okay, can we get a shot on target? Not fully dialed in, but close enough. And he does get the kill. And that's 7 kills for Targy at the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker for Targy of 3 RTR in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10 in that game. And he also got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 7. One short of getting a Radley Waters in that one. 4,224 was the win rate. He would have been even better if he hadn't snapshot some of those shells that he fired, because he might have actually got more kills out of it, but missed out on getting the Bishop, you see, and some of the other tanks that he snapshotted at. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score. Well, he got the second highest damage in the game. The highest damage went to the T-78 on the enemy team, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, so it didn't end up being a high caliber. The T-78 managed 1,775, and Targy managed 1,548. And in third place, we've got the enemy Rudy, who managed 1,418. When it came to kills, Targy got that one, 7 kills to him, 4 kills to the T-78, 3 kills to the Striv M4257, and also the M10 RBFM on our team. And when it came to base XP, it was the Striv who did the best. He managed 1,204, whilst Targy got 921, and the M10 RBFM 908. And of course, the only player to get over 1,000 base was the Striv M4257, which kind of indicates that he was probably the one that was getting spotting. Yes, he was. Look at that, 1,898 spotting out of that game, as well as actual damage. So he did very nicely out of it. He fired 30 rounds in the game, got 10 direct hits on the enemy and 4 penetrating shots, 11 splash. 1,548 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Managed to damage 8 and kill 7. 244 hit points of damage assist in the game. And he earned a profit of 90,922 credits on a premium count, including a 55,000 mission completion bonus and 10,917 experience points, getting a mission bonus of 8,292. So he says, may the love bombs fall upon thee, learn where not to be. Yes, I think actually as well, the other thing we should say to Targy is learn not to shoot until you're actually fully dialed in, because you would definitely get more kills out of it, because he did get 7. He could have got a Radley's if only he'd taken out that bishop. So yes, not to fire snap, let it dial in, and then you earn big medals. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed both those 3 plays. If you did, please give our video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.